I need to say something. Mr. Pikachu, what friends of yours actually hate me? How you guys doing? Wait, what friends are you talking about, man? Are you talking about the friends that pretend to be your friends? You talking about the ones that you are pretending to be their friends too? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, you guys all act like you're fucking friends. Look, guys, I'm gonna tell you all something, okay? Okay. Yep, that's Mr. Fixture. Let me say something, though, guys. Friends. Okay. Do you guys know what real friends actually are? Look, I'm gonna tell you what real friends are. Okay. Real friends don't, Ugh, hold up. Which friends attacking me, monkey? Which friends are you guys talking about? Because, like I said, you're all kids and teenagers. I don't really care what you kids and teenagers think about me, because you guys are young anyway. Two, I know for a fact most of you guys pretend to be friends online. Look, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something about online friends. Okay, if you guys really call each other friends, I don't hate you, Mr. Mackey. I'm just saying, friends. I want to tell you what real friends are. I'm gonna tell you, man. Friends are like people who actually watch you and actually be there for you from the beginning to the end. Now, most people never actually. Most people ain't really there for everyone. Not like they say they are. Now, I'm not gonna hate on your friends if you do have friends. I'm not. Right now, I'm trying to heal my freaking wounds. And real friends just people to well, yes and no. Now, I'm not even trying to attack you, dude. I'm not really attacking you. I'm just telling you, friends. I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Monkey and David, everybody, don't really trust everybody online because my mistake was trusting everybody online. Most people online, most people online are not really true real friends. Okay, yes and no. They could be real friends if you ever meet them in real life. Now, if you know them in real life, it is Mr. Monkey. I don't really care about that. I'm just saying, all together, we're all like, if you think about it though, friends are really hard to find nowadays. Okay, I know you're not David. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying David. Everybody, listen. I'm like telling. I'm talking to everybody. Everyone. I'm talking about everyone. Basically, don't trust everybody online because once if you do, they can turn on you in a heartbeat and make diss tracks on you, and then you have a war with them, and then it goes on and on. Basically, the wars will never end. Basically, everyone will attack everyone. Most people, like most everybody's friends are turning on each other. Then they're all going to start making diss tracks on each other, or make horrible videos on each other. It's just that's why I say don't trust everybody online because most people will do that. Now I'm not trying to be hateful because I'm not. I'm not mad no more about it. The past is the past. I'm just saying altogether, it's gonna be hard to find real friends online, especially when online is all about how to control everybody else, feelings, Basically, not everyone's gonna agree with everyone. Yeah, no. I don't really hate. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, you guys can make. Like I said, you guys actually will grow. You and David, I can see it. I can see it happening because you guys' videos ain't that bad at all. Like literally, David's videos are actually good, and so are yours. So that's why I'm saying your videos will grow sooner or later. Ah, this hurts. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my life. Right now, I haven't been ready making streams or videos because I'm trying to figure out what to do other than making just videos. I want to do something else in my life. So, but right now I gotta heal my wound first before I do anything. Before I heal this, when I heal this up, I'm gonna try to figure out what to do with my life. This really hurts right now. But yeah, guys, don't do if you can't grow really fast and you're stuck on YouTube for so long and you can't actually like million subscribers. If you can't get a lot of views or a lot of subs like me, for example, I wasted like a decade in my life. Don't do what I did, guys. Don't do it. I could have already did something in my life already if I didn't waste my whole life on YouTube and TikTok. But I did. I wasted 13 years of my life, so can't take that back now. Well, that is true, Angel, but I don't know what to do because almost everyone's doing the same kind of videos. So it's gonna be like harder. So it's gonna be hard for me to make any kind of videos now because almost everybody on YouTube is doing the same kind of stuff. So it's kind of like I don't want to do the same kind of videos. So thank you, Mr. Becky. I'll sub to yours too. But like I was saying, it's gonna be hard to figure out who is what and what kind of videos to make because everyone's doing it. So it's gonna be hard to figure out what kind of videos to make now because everyone's doing them. So it's like copying other people. It could work, but I don't know, man. Well, if I was a monkey, I could do that, but I'm not a monkey. I'm a human being. Only reason why animals get so lucky is because they're animals, dude. Animals, animals, uh, animals get lucky because of animals. Animals get lucky. I like your name too. Like I was saying, though, most animals get lucky because they're animals. So they can actually find, they can, they can grow so fast without even trying. And Kobe Kitchen's back, guys. Kobe Kitchen is finally back on YouTube, guys. He's finally making videos again. Like it's kind of cool. I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna retire, but I knew he was gonna take a break. You know what I mean? Because why would he retire from YouTube? Like, one, he's making a lot of videos. I mean, he has a lot of subscribers for one. Two, he can make any kind of video and he'll get views on it. So it's like, why quit something that's gonna get you a lot of views? Only people that should quit are like small YouTubers that can't grow, because it's really hard to grow on YouTube nowadays. If you're small, I mean, it's easy, but it's also hard. You have to find something that can go viral, man. But I don't know what to make that can go viral. Gaming's going on now. I don't really want to be a gamer, guys, though. I definitely don't want to be a gamer. I like gaming, don't get me wrong, but I don't really want to be a gamer. Oh, it's healing, guys. My wound is finally healing. Look at this, guys. I put bandage on it so it can actually heal faster. It's itching, guys, which means it's healing. I hate when it makes you want to itch it. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because I want to scratch it so bad, but I can't scratch it. I'm not allowed to. So it's like, oh God, dang, it sucks. I want to scratch it, but at the same time, I don't want to. Yeah, if it makes you itch, that means it's healing. Finally, God, it still hurts though. It might take me like a whole month or 2 months for it to actually be back to normal. And then until then, I'm still gonna have scars by the end of it, though. When it does get back to normal, when this all gets back to normal, it's gonna be. It's gonna get when it gets back to normal, guys. It's not gonna be the same. I'm just gonna say it's gonna have scars. It's definitely gonna have some scars. At least it's not broken. At least my hand is not broken on my arm or my legs. I'm lucky on that part. Now I would never do that again. See, here's the thing about what happened on that night. The only reason why I ran was because actually I don't know why I ran. Actually, to be honest, I was high, drunk, fucked up, happy, sad, mad at the same time. I was okay. I was happy, sad, and drunk and high, but then the fucking woman had a lie, which pissed me off. And then the cops asked me what happened. And I tried to answer them, and they said shut the fuck up, which also pissed me off. I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. So literally, she can lie and say what she wants and get away with it. But when we want to stick up for ourselves, when we didn't do shit to her, all of a sudden we're called a liar. No, it's not that. This bar was racist. I went to a lot of bars here, dude. Went to a lot of bars in Fairfield and Hamilton, and not all of them were racist. That was the only bar from Fairfield and Hamilton that's actually racist. Because I went to a lot of bars around this neighborhoods, dude. They're all not racist for real. Because when I went to bars, it was actually people darker than me in those fucking bars. So yeah, I know not all bars are racist. Because there's actually people darker than me that went to those bars. So yeah, I don't think it's racist if they're there too. So I just think it was only that one and that one only that's racist. The other, it's horrible, man. All we did was party. Me and two of my coworkers, which is one of my managers and one of my other coworkers, two of their best friends, which are also black, and then there was two white women with us, which was Madeline and her girlfriend, which they're both pretty as fuck and they're both bisexual. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about how the fact that this woman called the cops on us only, nobody else, nobody else. Like literally, everybody was loud in there. Everybody was obnoxious. All you can hear was everyone talking. You can hear everybody's conversations because how loud they all were. And then all of a sudden, she called the cops. The cops came in, asked me what happened. I was like, I don't know. I missed most of it. All I know is I was talking to my friends, and then we heard all these people arguing back and forth. And then we had her calling the cops, and I was like, wait, that's all I remember. And then all of a sudden, they asked her. They said they asked her what happened, and she said him, which she pointed at me first. I was like, oh hell no, do not tell me about to point at anybody else. And then she pointed at my manager, which is also black, and she pointed at the other three black people that were already outside. I was like, you got to be shitting me. Did she legit just pointed out only us black people and said that we did shit to her? Oh hell nah. I was like, that's fucking bullshit because I know for a fact I did not cuss her out. I did not call her a bitch or anything. So it's like, what the fuck? Why would she lie and say that I did something to her? Now I would have went to jail for that. Nah, I'm good for that one. See, I don't really want to go to jail or have to pay fines. I'm actually going to pay them back. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to hope to fucking God. I hope I win that co-ed date and then try to have somebody who recorded the videos. Yeah, someone who recorded the videos and actually show the fucking lawyers, show the cops, and show the judge what really went down. And so we all can have our name cleared, and these cops and her can get fired from their fucking jobs. Basically, have fun, you racist piece of shits, because they were definitely racist as fuck. Like, for real, they are fucking racist. Now, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't call anybody racist. But I wasn't even looking for racist people, okay? I just didn't know they were racist until it was too late. Like, for real. I didn't know they were racist, but people kept saying to me, yeah, dude, Barefoot has some racist people, especially at that bar. that boy is tended to actually be a racist boy. I was like, wait, what? Say that again. I didn't hear the shit that you came out of your mouth. What did you say? That was the racist bar. I was like, okay, because the first time I went there, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I actually went to that bar before once, okay, with me and my friend Brian. Okay, we went there. The weirdest thing is, those people did give me weird looks when I went in there. I just didn't know they were actually racist at the time because at the time I just didn't know. Okay, I was stupid. I didn't know they were racist at all. I was with a white person anyway, so that's why they didn't call the cops on me. But this time they did because it was five black people instead of one. So yeah, it seems really weird that they would call the cops on us black people when we're together, but when I'm with a white person, they don't actually call the cops. So yeah, I think they were racist because that was bullshit. It's really weird, actually. When I'm with white people, man, nobody, no cops attacks me. Not really. Now, if I'm with my friends, like Brian, or with my stepdad at one point, or with anybody else, like even black people, they call the cops on those people, and then those cops look at me and say, "You are you doing anything bad?" I'm like, no. What the fuck? Why are you looking at me for it? Like the fuck? I'm having fun. What am I doing that's wrong? Like, come on, stop with this bullshit. I'm just trying to have fucking fun. Like, come on. You can't be fucking racist your whole life, man. Like, this racist shit, man. It's not even funny no more. Like, dude, it's sad. Like, people have to be racist. Why? Dude, we're all human beings. We're all different colors, but we're still human beings. We're all still, you know, human beings just like you. So, yeah, it's really bad. It really sucks, though, man. Having people hate you for your color, having both black and whites actually look at you and they say you're never gonna be a part of us because I'm half black, half white. So yeah, I'm not full black, I'm not full white. So nobody sees me as a white or a black person at all. They see me as a mixed person, or it's just horrible, dude. Like we're all human beings. This is stupid, you know. Like this is sad. Like this is the saddest thing because black people see me as a white person because I'm light skinned. But then when I go by white people that are racist, they see me as black. So it's like, yeah, it sucks. It really does suck, guys. I just wish, I just wish everybody was not like that, man. For real. I don't understand racist. I don't understand the racism anymore, dude. Like I thought I thought Martin Luther King Jr. wanted to make everybody come together as family, except for fighting each other. He'd be pissed when if he was still alive, man. Martin Luther King Jr. would say, "We died. I died for what? Just for you all to be racist again? Come on, it's a shame, dude. It really, really is a shame that we can't all be. I don't understand it, man. Like I want to understand this world that we live in, but I just don't understand it no more, dude. It's getting bad and way worse than ever before. Just from because I don't know. It's just really bad. It's really, 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 really bad because I don't know, man. Sometimes I wish I was dead, but like I said, dude, don't you guys wish you were dead? Okay, I don't even because I want this world to get better, but it ain't never going to. We live in a society that sucks. We live in a society where only popular people, good looking people get everything that they want because they're good looking, hot, sexy. We live in a world where it's just I don't know. He'll show us your outfit. I don't have outfit on. I have my shirt off right now because of this. Look, guys, my shirt is off because of this. Okay, I'm trying to keep this healed. Okay, because it sucks. It hurts. I'm trying to get it healed. So I'm trying to have air. So yeah, yeah, trying to let it, heal from all that shit. Yeah, guys, don't run from the cops. Even though I still do not know why I ran from the cops. Okay, I'm confused of why I even ran. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out why I did that. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of videos. Guys, I want to watch some videos while I'm talking to you guys. Now I'm ugly. You wanna know why? I'm gonna have scars that's gonna make me ugly now.
Today, I'm going to explain a black comedy drama film called The Rules of Attraction, which talks about morally deplorable college
I'm
kids
gonna be ugly too. Look at that.
It depicts the lives of young folks trying to find
Because of
connection in the
this.
harsh world. Despite its exaggerations,
I'm
it's
gonna be
still
more
a
uglier
beautifully
now than what I
believable
am
story
now.
centered on
I
young
was
people
already
college.
ugly. Now I'm giving myself a
So,
4 or 5.
watch out and take care.
I might give myself a
Similarly,
3 or 4
think
now
about how chaotic
because,
a place
dude,
these films
this is
portray
gonna make me
grow up and
uglier.
structure young adults in.
Back then I was like
Young
a
folks
five or
are
six.
confused
Now
about
I'm a
something,
three or
but
four.
of course, they're getting more than enough help from a heaping dash of both legal and illegal drugs. That's precisely what life at Camden College in New Hampshire is like. And said young folks are gathered at the legendary
I'm not gonna
amphitheater
give
to
myself a
celebrate
10 or
victory.
9, okay? Because I'm
Lauren
definitely
Harper,
not a 10 or a
Paul
9
Benton,
or an 8
and Sean
or a
Bateman
7.
Romeo
I would
stand
definitely
as the
admit
Lawrence
that
team.
because I definitely
With Lauren
don't look that
entering as
hard.
the leader, she gets so drunk she's sure she can pound her cherry that evening. She has her eyes on
I
Victor,
don't look
Lauren's
that
boyfriend.
hot.
But at
That's what I'm
that
saying.
time, Victor's sleeping with her roommate, Laura. Lauren makes sure to note that Laura gave Victor an STD before dumping him. Unfortunately, prospects of getting Victor to pop her cherry are looking dim, so Lauren settles on losing it to some film major there instead. She takes the guy to a nearby room, but before she can make a move, she passes out from intoxication. When she comes to her senses, she realizes that another guy is taking advantage of her. He's the film major's friend, and the film major's just capturing the whole thing on film while perversely reveling in his quote unquote movie. Suddenly, the telly forcing himself on her vomits all over her back while they're doing it. Though Lauren feels degraded by this experience, she still tells herself that she somehow expected it to happen like this. As depraved as this scene is, it's just another day in Camden College. It's a place where young people do morally questionable things to each other, and even those on the receiving end have resigned themselves into thinking that this is normal or this is
Oh,
something
hell no.
else.
That's not normal.
But
That's
Lauren's
rape.
inside, as
She
she
just
reads
got
about the
raped when
mysterious
she.
cell
Okay,
phone
that's
numbers of
fucked
the
up,
guy
yo.
someone
She
forcibly
was
called
too
while everyone
drunk.
else was passed out, all the while someone's filming it without her consent. Some first time
Yep,
offenders.
that's rape.
Meanwhile, Paul makes his move on a jock who he suspects to be gay. He takes the jock to his room and offers him some recreational drugs. But when Paul tries making his move on him, the deeply closeted jock gets up and shoves him outside the door. To add insult to injury, he spits on Paul while asserting that he's straight. However, it wouldn't be long until that same jock would go on to have a gay affair and soon become a full-fledged queen. Finally, there's Sean Bateman, who's drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels on his own while tearing up
Hey,
a stack
Abby.
of purple letters. He contemplates what he should do that evening. Of all the options he has, he decides on taking a random blonde girl from the party and he hooks up with her back in his room. Sean feels empty the entire time they do it. Evidently, Sean, Paul, and everyone in between are dealing with the age-old problems of relationships, identities, and listlessness. Being as young as they are doesn't exempt you from these problems, just like these grievances don't have an expiry date to them. While Paul seems to have sufficient self-acceptance, there are still others who grapple with who they are, and that internal struggle can lead to hurting others just to keep up appearances. As for Sean, no vice is cutting it for him. Several months before that party, Sean wakes up on a patch of grass in the center of campus grounds. He makes his way to his locker where he finds a purple envelope. After opening the envelope, a purple glitter comes out. He takes out the purple letter and reads a passionate and intimate message from a secret admirer. The secret admirer boasts to him that he'd already seen her before. Then he fixes his eyes on her but always looks away. Even stranger, it's implied that this isn't the first message he received from the mysterious girl. Still, Sean develops the habit of checking his locker, and he gleefully awaits them. Given the contents of the letter, we get a sense that the girl who wrote it is borderline obsessed with Sean. She must have been obsessing over him for a considerably long time now. The only clue we're ever given of the girl's identity is that she likes the color purple. And instead of being perturbed or bothered, Sean seems to appreciate the mystery and the attention. Having a secret admirer has a way of making you feel wanted. After all, Sean leaves the campus and goes straight to his friend, Rupert's house. The drug-crazed Rupert attacks Sean, demanding the money that Sean owes him. Instead of paying him in cash, Sean gives Rupert a counterproposal. He'll sell Rupert's goods at the college campus and overcharge the students who are desperate for them. After some convincing, Rupert agrees to Sean's proposal. Meanwhile, Paul attends the edge of the world party that evening. A large effigy made of wood and straw is being burned in the middle of the forest while college kids all gather to cheer on. Paul approaches Mitch, who's currently manning the beer stand on campus. Without any inhibition, she loudly explains that she wants to go back to her room with Mitch. She then invites Paul to go with the two of them, but Paul refuses, so the couple leaves without him. Later at We just got there. The two of them become acquainted, and Paul invites Sean to grab a bite the next day. After being assured that Paul will pay for it, Sean agrees. There seems to be a mismatch between their
Paul
behavior.
don't look gay in real life. He
While
looks like
Paul
that
seems to
type
be a
of
good
dude
dude,
that probably
Sean
gets females in
refuses
real
to let him
life.
interact.
He's like a pretty
However, this
face.
is good enough for Paul, who's absolutely smitten with Sean. But Sean's oblivious to any of this. He's just in it for the free food. Nice tech, after all. Lauren wakes up to prepare for her class that day. At the same time, Sean decides to finally come to the class he had been cutting since it started. At this point, Sean and Lauren meet one another. They become acquainted and quickly develop a fondness for each other. After telling Sean that their classes had been canceled for the rest of the term, Lauren wonders why she's never seen him before. To this, he explains that this
Same with
situation
me.
had
My
started
arms
before
and
he
legs
met
are gonna
Sean.
have the same thing.
Despite the briefness of their exchange, it was a clearly flirtatious one, and it's bound to have left a strong impression on the two. This also gives way to the possibility of Lauren being Sean's secret admirer. Before the evening comes, Paul excitedly picks out an outfit to wear for his dinner with Sean. Sadly, Paul's friend comes into the room and, in a panic, reports that their friend Harry had overdosed. Since Paul's used to his friend's tendency to exaggerate by now, he feels annoyed that his dinner with Sean will potentially be interrupted. His friend takes him to Harry's dorm, and the two end up taking him to the hospital. There, Paul's two friends drag the unconscious Harry to the hospital floor in a hysterical fit. One of the doctors thought it would be funny to examine Harry and falsely report that he's dead, so he does. Paul sits in a wheelchair, watching the amusing farce take place. When Harry gains consciousness, Paul's friends retreat to the car in outrage after being fooled by the doctor. One of the dark yet hilarious aspects of the film is that we are never shown a single decent adult. The few adults who make the cut are morally twisted characters like the doctor, who messes with the young students for his own amusement, just like how the students are messing with each other for their own needs and enjoyment. The next big party is dubbed as the pre-Saturday party. In preparation for this, Lauren begins her usual routine of staring at a medical book depicting vivid imagery of various STDs. This ritual is to keep herself on the right track if she ever gets tempted to sleep with the wrong people. While gross, it's a creative way to stave off her temptations, which found moderate success for the time being. At the party, Sean has drinks with Laura, who makes him get her another drink. While Sean refills their plastic cups, Paul comes in and apologizes to Sean for being late. Sean is confused, having forgotten their prior arrangement already. Paul then offers to take Sean to his room to share some wine. Sean agrees to this, and the two of them head onwards, abandoning Laura altogether. He finds that Laura is becoming very close with his drinks. He's mostly concerned about himself, and he only cares about himself. He doesn't seem too interested in investing on other people. It's as if everything's just there to scratch whatever itch he has, if he even knows what it is. Lauren arrives at this party shortly after Sean and Paul left. She asks Laura about Victor and Sean, and Laura explains that Victor isn't there and that Sean left with Paul. This surprises Lauren, but Laura assures her that Paul's probably just selling him something, and the two girls agree that Sean is straight. When Laura leaves, a professor approaches Lauren. He takes her to his office, and Lauren's half excited about this as she's expecting to finally lose her B card to the professor. But to her surprise, the professor tells Lauren that he can't sleep with her because he'll lose his job. Confused, Lauren asks him whether or not he was hitting on her, and the professor explains that he just wants Lauren. Though this takes her aback, Lauren complies.
Hey guys, can I ask you guys a question? What do you guys think about Zendaya and Tom Holland dating each other? It feels like they're doing that same shit that Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes is doing. Because they're the first time they said they didn't want to date each other and they were just friends, and all the fans kept chanting them on and saying they're good together, shipping them together. Now all of a sudden now they're dating each other. Something's not right about that.
I wish everything was different. I wish I was part of something. I wish that anything I said mattered. Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Dear and handsome. Yeah, yeah, that's mine. I'll just take it. Wait, I need that back. You could fall and no one would hear. Connor, cut it, let it from me in. It was an assignment from the therapist. Yeah. Even when the dark comes crashing through. God, I was about to stepfather.
David's okay, man. I'm not mad at you no more. Actually, I'm not even mad no more, dude. So you can come back, David. Thank you, David. I want to subscribe from you. I want to sub to you again, and also Mr. Pikachu, or should I say Mr. Monkey now. Oh crap! Oh, is this a new season for the? Oh man, I didn't finish Fortnite, my man.
Anyway, being one of the few adults in the film, the fact that the professor can be some sort of bastion of decency, but to stay on brand,
Hey guys, I'm gonna end this show right here. I'm gonna make a new stream
he seems rather thick.
in a bit.
Seeing as he
So
drops
right
by
now I'm
once,
about to go get something to drink and something to eat because I'm hungry.
meanwhile, Paul and Sean smoke a joint in Paul's room. Sean is running out of pot and Bean's contemplating that he needs to get laid. He starts thinking about doing it with Laura, but he thinks to himself that he prefers Lauren. However, Sean has his own reservations when it comes to sleeping with Lauren since he doesn't want to ruin his pure and innocent image of her. Eventually, Sean passes out from the beer and the drugs. While he's unconscious, Paul pleasures himself with Sean leaning on his bed. The next morning, Paul receives a call from his mother telling him to go home over the weekend because they'll be meeting with the Jarrett family. Despite his protests, his mother still manages to convince him. Paul hangs up the phone to ask Sean if he could give him a ride to the bus the next day. While watching an X-rated flick, Sean complies with Paul's request and takes him to the bus the next day. Oddly enough, Sean isn't even beating him to the flick. He's just watching it for entertainment, which is evident from his amused expression and the way he's mimicking the actress's mouth movements.
I'm
Paul
not
sends
naked.
Sean away with beer and
Actually, I'm
cigars,
not
and
naked.
people go
I
happy.
don't have my shirt on
Sean exits the room
because
with the
of
money
this,
and
guys.
puts
I'm
it in a
trying to
bag
heal
wrapped in a
this.
purple letter. The letter has the words "Tonight's the night" written repeatedly, and Sean's admirer
I'm
wants
trying
him
to
to
heal
see
this. I'm
everything
not
he
naked.
mentions
I
there.
only have my shirt off.
Meanwhile, Lauren
And you
tells
can't
her
see
boyfriend,
anything because I'm
Laura,
putting it on
that
my
she's sleeping
head.
with Sean bacon and conquer
But
Jarrett
yeah,
at the next
this
club.
is
Laura
why I don't have my
protests,
shirt on
saying
yet
that Sean Bacon
because
is
of
a drug
this.
dealer, but Lauren
Well,
argues
my
that
clothes,
Sean is just
I
innocent
have
and
everything else
deserves
on
what she
except
gets
for my
when she
shirt.
sleeps with
That's
Sean.
all it.
Sean could not contain his excitement, thinking that Lauren would drop the secret admirer act and finally hook up with him. At this point in the film, we're never shown whether or not Lauren truly has been writing letters to Sean. But so far, we do know that Lauren is interested in him.
No, I didn't get
On
beat
the
up.
other hand, Mr.
I got
Jarrett
tackled
knows
on
Lauren
to the
isn't just
ground
listed with
back
Paul
in
Bunyan.
Thursday.
After hanging
Back
out
in
with
Thursday
Paul's
night,
small
I ran away
adventures
from
in
the
the neighborhood,
cops and they tackled
he
me.
is quick to start thinking
And
about Lauren.
this is what happened.
He starts lying on top of him and making obscene moaning sounds. Both of their mothers enter the room and are flabbergasted after seeing the two of them in the bed. Richard's mother asks him to sober up and take a shower. When the mothers leave, Richard proposes that he and Paul take a shower together.
No one beat
Paul
me up.
agrees, and the
A
two begin
cop
dancing around
tackled
the
me
room to
because
a
I ran
familiar
from him.
song while wearing only their undergarments. The mothers and the two boys head onto an upscale restaurant for dinner. However, Richard set on ruining the night with his uncouth behavior,
At
so
the
he
playground, no, no,
immediately
no, no,
starts
no. It
drinking
was
and
at,
mugging
okay,
wine
I
bottles
went
as he
to a
gets
bar,
Lauren's crotch from under the table. Outraged
came
by
out
the
of the bar
supposed
because some
indecence,
woman lied about
Lauren
me and my
confronts him,
friend saying that we
accusing him
started
of
shit
sleeping
with
with
her,
her,
which we
and
didn't. It was the
suggests that the two
bartender.
sleep
She
together in the
lied to the
restaurant before
cops.
going on a rude and flashy exit. Richard bears the striking image of a wild guy. He does away with appearances, and it
Yeah, I
only
hope
took
it
one
snows
night
a
of
little
drinking
bit. I hope it
before
doesn't
Lauren
snow.
broke up with
Only
him.
time I want it to snow is on
In
Christmas Day.
contrast, Paul
But
is much
anyway,
more responsible in
like
life
I
and
was saying,
independent than Richard.
you
When
drink,
he
yeah,
first meets
not
Lauren, he
not all the
smiles,
time.
but Paul still
Once in a
manages to
while.
maintain an air of self-assurance without being
Once
overly
in a
flirty.
while.
While Paul's having his awkward dinner with the women, the next day
Because they
Sean finds
actually
his uncouth
believed her
attitude in the
lie.
trash. Reports of having
She
been
said that
sexually
we
abused
yelled
by
at
Richard's
her and
adult
called
father
her the
is apparently
bitch.
true.
They
Sean
said we
himself
yelled at
has
her,
never
called
been
her
with
the
Lauren,
B
and
word,
so
and
he
all
knows
this
that
other type
Lauren
shit,
wouldn't
which
go
was
for
not
Richard.
true.
Laura is there
No, she didn't beat me
unconvinced,
up. No,
and
no,
is
no, no. I
jealous,
went from the
and has
cops. The
questions as to
cops
why he
chased
allowed her.
me. They
When
tackled
he's
me
distraught,
onto the
Laura
freaking
tells him what
sidewalk,
Lauren
and
did
this
to
is
the
what happened.
Fortnite Inc. victim. Sean feels scorned, so he decides to sleep with Lauren. While hooking up, Sean stares at Lauren's pictures on the walls, and he imagines that he's doing it with Lauren instead of Laura. After Sean and Laura are done, Sean falls asleep there in the dorm room. Given Sean's expectations for who Lauren is, he feels betrayed since he still believes that she's the one who's been sending him those passionate letters of love. But in truth, Lauren's relationship with Sean is only contained within that one fleeting encounter in the hallway. And even though she is
No, it was a
starting to flirt,
dude.
Lauren
A
hasn't
dude
let him
tackled me
know because
down.
they've only spoken just once. Finally, the true identity of Sean's secret wasn't Lauren. It never was. Rather, the secret
No,
admirer
the
was
cops
Lauren.
didn't beat me up, guys. No, 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 no. I have to, guys. No, no, no,
Lauren
no.
was
The
always
cops
the
didn't beat
one
me
to
up.
be with.
See you later, Holly.
Eventually, she was
No, but they did
devastated to
not
see
beat me
Sean
up.
go with Laura
I
during the
told
night.
you, I got
This
tackled
is
because I
despite
went from
Lauren
them.
going to the women's bathroom to slit her wrists in the dorm tub,
No.
cleaning herself. The next morning, Lauren returns to her dorm room to find Sean putting his pants back on while Laura is lying down in her bed. Sean guiltily justifies that he only slept with Laura because he was in love with her, but Lauren still feels betrayed, so she rushes to the bathroom in tears. Here, she discovers the girl's corpse, and while panicking, she retrieves the girl's body from the tub. Sean tries to reconcile with Lauren, but she refuses to talk to him. Laura then confronts Sean, and she tells him that he needs to face
No,
the
I
fact
didn't
that
beat
he
them up.
chose that person. This angers Sean
Yeah,
enough
one
to
of them was
confront
taller
Lauren
than me by a
directly.
little bit. They weren't too
This
tall.
confrontation this demonstrates
They
that
weren't
Lauren
too tall.
was
No,
a
they
good
weren't too
student.
tall. They
This
weren't too
explains
big
why,
neither.
while most
They
of
were
her
like
jokes may not
maybe
make
a
any
couple
sense,
inches taller
she
than me,
still
maybe
makes
three,
good
4 inches
comments
taller
to
than me,
the
but
rest of the time.
they weren't too tall.
Lauren was
And
angry
they
because
weren't that
Sean
big
had
neither.
never really shown that she was angry with Laura, who betrayed her like Sean did.
But they
In
can
fact,
fucking
Lauren
tackle,
is
man.
annoyed
I
because
think
she
they
had
used to be a
Lauren's
football
feelings for
player.
Sean. But more than anything, Lauren's disappointed to realize that Sean was just another jerk. A distraught Sean tries to kill himself more than once, but he fails each time. Finally, when Lauren is about to approach Sean to talk, he covers himself in fake blood. Since Sean isn't aware that Lauren's recently reached her quota for this kind of thing, he unknowingly upsets the girl further. She leaves, and this ends any chance for a romance between
Yeah,
the
I
two.
know.
Victor finally returns home after his trip to Europe. At a diner, he recounts his sexually charged adventures in Europe to Sean and Mitch. Sean
I'm
warns
only
Victor
five
that he might
seven
be someone.
and a half,
However,
maybe five
Mitch and
seven.
Victor don't
I
let
ain't
him go
that
too
tall.
far beyond their expectedly obscene remarks. This prompts Sean to leave, but before he can exit the room, Victor stops him and tells him he wants to buy some drugs. Sean then agrees, but under the condition that Mitch goes with him in his car. After some goading from Victor, Mitch agrees. Just like many things in Sean's life, it's made clear that even his friendship with Mitch and Victor is shallow. They're fueled by either drugs or obscenities.
Wait,
It
guys,
may
what's
seem that the
happening?
film itself is deliberately steering clear of
Wait,
making
what's
it more
happening?
substantial and more grounded in
Wait, what
reality,
the hell's going
it
on in
insists
here?
on the circus.
Wait, wait,
Sean,
wait, wait. Abby,
who
what are you
becomes
doing?
most populated that evening with several
Abby,
strangers,
stop. What are you
looking
doing?
for Sean to
Abby,
buy
what
his
are you
drugs from
doing?
Rupert, he blows up and demands his money from Sean once again. All of a sudden, Sean claims that Mitch has the money. Frightened, Mitch denies having the money and tries to escape, but Rupert's men prevent him from leaving. Rupert demands his money
Abby, what are you
for one
doing?
last time, prompting Sean to attack him.
Now I'm
This
gonna
leaves Sean
delete.
in a
I'm gonna
tizzy
delete
mode
those
without
messages. I'm
making
not
a
gonna
single
hide her,
mistake
but
or
I'm gonna
making a
delete those
move.
messages. Abby, what are you
This
doing?
unhinged behavior shows Sean's disregard for his own life and subsequently the lives of those around him. He's willing to openly lie, even though it's obvious that his lie wasn't going to do him any favors. If there's anyone who bears the chaotic spirit of everything going on in this film, it would be Sean. He's just a guy out for himself, and anyone who expects anything more out of him is set for disappointment. Meanwhile,
Four
Lauren is
four
left
eleven
alone
for
with
your
Mitch and
age.
Victor in his
Actually, it's
bathroom.
kind of is tall,
She
to be
reveals
honest,
that he
Greedon.
is in Victor's dorm.
Once you get older, you're gonna be
She's
tall
confronted
too.
by Sean, who tries to reconcile with her again. Sean is confused because he thought that the
I'm
money
gonna
was
remove
Mitch's,
those comments because
but
I ain't
Lauren had
white to
found some
say.
broken letters for him. Sean pleads with her one last time,
I'm
but
gonna
Lauren
hide those
immediately lets him go.
comments. That's not white.
However, Lauren asserts that he will
Remove.
never know her. Lauren continues inside the dormitory and knocks on
I didn't
Victor's
even
door.
know she was saying that.
There, she sees Victor shirtless. She embraces him and asks him why he didn't call her when he got back. But suddenly, Victor admits that he hasn't the faintest idea of who Lauren is. This leaves Lauren heartbroken, and she realizes that Victor is just another jerk. Meanwhile,
I
Sean
know
finally
Jenny got
sees Lauren
8,000.
as
That's
the
actually
message
good.
leaks out in his
I'm gonna
letters.
remove those damn
Paul
comments
asks
because
if he
she's
is
being
married,
rude right
but Sean
now.
dismisses him, telling him that he has the wrong idea. He adds that Paul will never know him, echoing Lauren's earlier sentiment. Paul is heartbroken and he retreats to the house where the end of the world party is being held. At the beginning of the film, Sean is seen going with a random blonde, but here, it's revealed that that was a lie. Sean sees Lauren going with a film student, so he rips apart the purple letters that he thinks are from her. When he admits to all this, he
Damn
gets
it,
Sean
Abby,
back
what
into
are
his
you
house.
doing?
We now begin to understand the motivations of each of these characters as we find ourselves back to the
I
beginning of the
know
film.
she deserves
And
it.
we now know that each of them is deeply heartbroken.
God, I'm
We've
still
also
hurting on
been
pain,
directed by
dude.
Sean,
Why
whose
was
heart is
Abby
broken
being
by
like that
Lauren,
though?
and Lauren's heart is broken by Victor. This displays the movie's exploration of
Abby
two
is Faith.
understood
Why is
siblings and
Faith being
characters
like
who are
that?
both lost and are just trying to find a true connection amidst
Why
all
is
the chaos
Faith
of
being like
separation.
that?
Sean goes to the locker room to see if there are any more
Isn't
blood
Faith
left
your
on the
friend?
floor
Wait,
stained
hold
by
up.
Victor.
Brett, isn't
Suddenly,
Faith your
Rupert
friend?
comes in with one of his goons to beat up Sean for what he did. At the house, Lauren goes to
Isn't
find
Faith
Sean
your
by himself.
friend? Why is Faith
Sean
being
leaves the
rude to
scene,
you?
and they talk about Sean. Paul asks Lauren if she was sending the letters, and she tells him it wasn't. Suddenly,
Yours too?
as
Oh
Mitch is
shit,
about to
she's
barge into the
rude,
room,
man. What
he
the
sees Sean
hell?
about to leave on his
Your
way.
friend Faith is rude.
Sean
What
gives
the
him his final
flip?
thoughts on everything from
Oh,
Victor,
your ex
only
friend.
to be cut off as the credits
That is
roll.
some fucked up shit though.
An interesting bit of trivia here is that Sean Penn is canonically the brother of the fictional materialist icon, Patrick Bateman. Patrick is the
I know
protagonist of
she
the
might
great
get
American
by
Psycho,
the end of
whose
this
film
year.
Psycho
She might be at
is
20K,
seen as
man.
symbolic.
By the end of
We
this
see
year, she's gonna hit
tropes of
20K.
American Psycho in Will
But anyway,
based on the novels written by Bret Easton Ellis. The film tells of a dark story riddled with meaninglessness and a series of harsh disappointments. Critics dismiss this film as a
oh,
morally reprehensible piece of cinema with a cast of despicable characters. But what's important to understand
hey,
here
Mr. Mickey.
the
I
audience
think
itself
she will hit
created the
20K
film.
by the end of this year. I'm not going to say 100,000 because that is probably impossible, but she could get it. But I think 20K would be in
The
the
film
category.
heavily exaggerates its subject matter, but it mainly reveals stories that actually happen in real life. As Sean rides on into the night, he tries to offer his thoughts on the matter, but he is immediately cut off by the feds. This is done deliberately because sometimes there is nothing to be said. Sometimes, in the harshest of times and in the most toxic situations, the only thing to do is move on. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.
No, she's selling her business, her old business that she used to have, because she wants to move back to her hometown where she used to live. I want to put that on. I didn't know Abby, I mean, Faith was like that. That was kind of weird what Faith said, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I like watching these movie recaps. For some reason, ever since I watched when I saw recaps, YouTubers on my For You page,
Hi,
when I saw these
welcome
recap
back.
TV
Today,
shows, I
I will
mean,
recap a movie
YouTubers,
called Beach House. Beach House is a
on my For
2019
You page, I
American
started watching them,
sci-fi
and ever
drama.
since then, I
This
started
film
watching a
tells the
lot of them.
story of a girl who is attracted to her mother's best friend who suddenly comes to stay at their beach house. She seduces her mother's friend for making love, and this film is amazing and has. Okay, what's the continuation of the story? Batten down the hashes because we are going in hard. This is a spoiler content video. Enjoy the video and let's start the story.
Oh, that's because it's because of
The
what you
film
guys were
starts with
doing. That's the only reason why. He doesn't
Emma
really
and
hate
Steve
you.
enjoying a vacation at their private beach house. The main character in this film is the daughter of this small family named Emma. Emma doesn't seem too
It's
familiar with
because
Emma.
he saw what you were saying to me
After
about
work,
me. That's why he
Emma
did
sees
that.
a net on the beach.
Other than that, he
She takes the net. Over dinner, we can find out
he
that
doesn't
Emma
really,
really
like I
wants to
said.
be a
People
writer
don't really
and
hate
also
people.
wants to
I
stay
don't
with
really hate
Mom.
people. I can't
But
stand
this
people.
day, a car comes
Yes,
into
I
the
do.
scene. With
Oh, never
lights on,
mind.
cameras
this
pointed
is
at
the,
young Matt.
this
This
is
man
actually you.
is Paul. He is a famous photographer. Paul shows his photographs. From the photos, it looks like a woman being photographed in a bathtub. Looks like a criminal style photo. The point is that Paul really likes works related to murder. Since here, Emma already felt that there was something strange with Paul, but she just said that Paul's photographs were not boring. Paul is also invited to drink with Emma's father. We know here that the model in Paul's photo was his ex-girlfriend. They just broke up, so Paul chooses to go and calms down. And what a coincidence. His friend, namely Emma's mother, is at this
I
beach
think.
house, which is why Paul came here. On the other
Yes,
hand,
Matty Ice.
Emma is seen
No,
preparing a room for
he
Paul.
ain't that popular.
She cleans
But
the
he's
set
well,
before she
he
leaves,
could get
but
popular
what?
if he keeps making more
Actually,
videos.
Emma misfocused when
I'm not
Paul
gonna
steps into
lie.
Paul's bag.
He's
Emma
already
says
has
his
56
photos that look very
subscribers.
strange.
If they
Emma
keep
tells him
doing
the photos
videos,
look fake.
they get big.
But before
They'll
seeing all
definitely
the
get big.
photos,
Luther,
suddenly
you should
Emma's
have
mother
done
comes.
Patrick in
Emma
like in high
tells her
heels.
that
It was
she
so
didn't do
hard.
anything. The next day, Emma is confused, so she asks her father,
They're selling
since when did your
everything.
mother invite a stranger? Really weird, isn't it? Her
Wait, they're
mother's
selling
father says,
everything. Wait, hold
exactly.
up.
Your mother also needs a friend.
They definitely want to
Who
move back
else
to their
is?
hometown then.
Paul is seen checking the net that Emma found yesterday. Afterward, Paul is suggested to swim by Emma's father. They both have fun in the middle of this
Extra
beach.
testosterone, he probably will one day.
In the
Hey
evening,
guys, I wanna be
Emma
right
visits
back.
her mother.
I definitely need to get my shit back on.
But Paul doesn't look scary at all, so Emma feels comfortable. Then Paul invites Emma to have a drink in his room. There they exchange ideas by having a friendly chat. Emma feels very comfortable chatting with Paul because Emma herself wants to be a writer while Paul is a photographer. So their artistic soul is connected. Until finally, Emma asks Paul's permission because she is very curious about the photo she found at that time in Paul's bag. Emma takes the photo quickly that was in Paul's bag. Paul wants to block Emma but has no time. Emma looks at all the photos, and it turns out to be a photo of a murder committed by Paul. The woman in the photo is his ex-girlfriend, the one he makes up for saying that he broke up with his girlfriend. That's why Paul leaves, because he killed his girlfriend. Now Paul is honest with Emma that the photos were real. He was wearing black gloves, and it was the last project he did with his girlfriend. He really wants to do a murder photography project in a bathtub for real, not the ordinary one that he used to create in the past. Hearing the story, Emma is very scared and she leaves Paul's room. After that, we see Paul, who comes to seduce Emma and asks to explore Emma's bottom cave. Emma is interested in managing to fall asleep on the bed. But suddenly Emma sees Paul wearing black gloves. Emma is very scared now, and it turns out to be just a dream. Emma then rushes to Paul's room, checking his bag, and it turns out that the photos are no longer in Paul's bag. Plus, oddly enough, the net that Emma found is actually kept by Paul in his closet. Emma is even more panicked now because she knows the secret of a very terrible psychopath. At breakfast, Emma is ordered by her mother to call Paul to join the breakfast. There Emma sees Paul checking the trunk of his car. Emma is very suspicious. What's in the trunk of Paul's car? They both have breakfast, as if nothing has happened between them. In the present, they continue to hang out on the beach. There Paul is swimming alone. Emma takes advantage of that time. She secretly takes Paul's cell phone, trying to contact Paul's girlfriend named Hannah. And sure enough, Hannah's number is unreachable. Now Emma increasingly believes that Paul really killed his girlfriend. Emma also confides to her mother that she feels very strange because Paul is in this house. Her mother knows that Emma feels Paul is a murderer. Her mother is honest and says that Paul was like that. Her mother was one of the women who was killed by him when she was young. Paul has killed many women and made it into his projects. Now Emma is more and more confused. If her mother was killed by Paul, why is her mother still alive? So Emma decides to just think positively with Paul and tries to act as nothing happened to her. Day after day, the two of them seem to be getting closer. Emma also likes to be photographed by Paul. Until one night, the two of them are drinking together. They chat like lovers in love. Until finally, Emma is drunk and feeling so hot, she forces Paul to explore her bottom cave. Finally, Paul manages to stab Emma's bottom cave. They are making love until satisfied. When they are satisfied, Emma is very tired. She says, "Can you wake me up in 2 minutes?" Emma then loses consciousness. After that, there are seen a bloody bathtub containing the body of a woman. The woman is put into a net tied with an iron weight. The net containing the woman is thrown into the sea. So who is that woman? But it turns out to be just Emma's dream and fantasy. Emma is still safe and waking up in her room, because last night, she fell asleep in Paul's room and then Paul moved Emma to her room. After that, Emma's father says that his iron weight is missing. Paul immediately is accused of stealing it by Emma. But Emma's mother defends Paul and says that Paul is going home today. Because no one believes her, Emma wants to make sure again that Paul is the killer. She goes to Paul's room and redials Paul's girlfriend, and still the same. The cell phone cannot be reached. Emma takes Paul's car keys and checks the trunk of the car. And it turns out there are black gloves and a few strands of hair. Emma becomes suspicious of Paul increasingly. Not long after, Paul leaves their house. Emma's mother feels guilty for letting strangers stay at their house, even though they were once friends, but her mother only realizes that the relationship is when they were young. Every single time we've had
What did I miss?
change. After that,
What did I miss?
in the room with Paul, she cleans the bed and pillows. But while cleaning, actually Emma misfocused with the photos in Paul's bag. Emma sees photos that look very strange, where the woman in the photo looks very pale. But before seeing all the photos, suddenly Emma's mother comes.
What happened?
Emma is flustered
What did I
because she
miss?
didn't do anything. The next day, Emma is confused, so she asks her father, Since when does her mother invite a stranger? Really weird, isn't it?
Oh,
Well, Miss
Faith,
Scarlet says,
stop.
it's okay. Your mother also needs a friend in old age like this. Then Paul is seen checking the net that Emma found yesterday. Afterward, Paul is suggested to swim by Emma's father. They both have fun in the middle of the sea. In the evening, Emma becomes more and more curious about Paul's figure. She tries to get out of his room and sees the door is open.
Okay, Abby, I
Getting
mean,
out
Faith,
was a
stop
relief,
being
but the
rude.
fall had come suddenly. Emma almost falls because she steps on an iron weight, but Paul doesn't look scary at all, so Emma feels comfortable. Then Paul invites Emma to have a drink in his room. There they exchange ideas by having a friendly chat. Emma feels very comfortable chatting with Paul because Emma herself wants to be a writer while Paul is a photographer, so their artistic soul is connected. Until finally, Emma asks Paul's permission because she is very curious about the photo she found at that time in Paul's bag. Emma takes the photo quickly that was in Paul's bag. Paul wants to block Emma but has no time. Emma looks at all the photos, and it turns out to be a photo of a murder committed by Paul. The woman in the photo is his ex-girlfriend, the one he makes up for saying that he broke up with his girlfriend. That's why Paul leaves, because he killed his girlfriend. Now Paul is honest with Emma that the photos were real. He was wearing black gloves, and it was the last project he did with his girlfriend. He really wants to do a murder photography project in a bathtub for real, not the ordinary one that he used to create in the past. Hearing the story, Emma is very scared and she leaves Paul's room. After that, we see Paul, who comes to seduce Emma and asks to explore Emma's bottom cave. Emma is interested in managing to fall asleep on the bed, but suddenly Emma sees Paul wearing black gloves. Emma is very scared now, and it turns out to be just a dream. Emma then rushes to Paul's room, checking his bag, and it turns out that the photos are no longer in Paul's bag. Plot
200K? Wait. Okay, 200K is kind of rich, but not really rich if you think about it, compared to anybody else who has a lot more money than that. But yeah, 200K is more rich than me, but it ain't as rich as somebody has 300K, 400K. I know. I'm about to end my stream actually. I was about to end my stream to be honest, because I was going to get something to drink and look, guys, this is bad. Look at that. Tim, I mean Deuce. How long will it take? How long will it take for my skin to grow back? I want to repeat. How long will it take this to heal? Well, that is a lot of money. That's more rich than me. Now, like I said, if you want to see rich, go to people that's actually has more money than that, because that's a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, but compared to what he makes, compared to other people, there's actually people that make like 300K, 200K a year, and I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, I can't even make that much money unless I become rich by becoming famous. That's the only way, probably, but I'll never get that much money. Don't hide to use it. No, 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 no. He's on a troll. Yeah, but he's on a troll though. Ah, this fucking hurts. Damn thing hurts. Yeah, I already have my card. haven't went there yet to look for the other things I lost, but I'm going there Tuesday morning when the place is not open. Basically, I'm going to Fairfield in the morning on Tuesday to look for my stuff. If I find it, good. If I don't, it's probably gone by now. But hey, it's okay. At least I tried looking for it. 99 cents. I make like 99 cents. I'm trying to see if I lost anything else other than just my headphones. Because right now, the only thing I can think of that I lost right now is my headphones. But I had a lot of stuff in my pocket, so I don't know what else was in my pocket at the time. This hurts like a bitch.
Oddly enough, the net that Emma found is actually kept by Paul
Yeah,
in
I'm
his
going to
storage room.
AEW.
Emma is even more panicked now because she knows the secret of
I
the
need to
fairy
find a
tale
way to get there
recycling bin.
though. Shit. In
At
2 days it
breakfast,
happened, so I'm
Emma
gonna
is
have to figure
ordering
out a
her
way
mother
to.
to call Paul to
I'm
take
gonna
her
try to.
breakfast.
Hey, is
Her
how
mother
much will
sees Paul checking the
A
trunk with his
taxi or
car,
Uber
and
driver
Emma
to
is
take me?
very suspicious.
I
See
might
the
go
trunk
into
with
a
Paul's car.
taxi or a bus or
They
a
both have breakfast,
Uber
as if
driver.
nothing has happened between them. In the present, they continue to hang out on the beach. There, Paul is swimming alone. Emma takes advantage of that time. She secretly takes Paul's cell phone, trying to contact Paul's girlfriend named Hannah. And sure enough, Hannah's number is unreachable. Now Emma increasingly believes that Paul really killed his girlfriend. Emma also confides to her mother that she feels very strange because Paul is in this house. Her mother knows that Emma feels Paul is a murderer. Her mother is honest and says that Paul was like that. Her mother was one of the women who was killed by him when she was young. Paul has killed many women and made it into his projects. Now Emma is more and more confused. If her mother was killed by Paul, why is her mother still alive? So Emma decides to just think positively with Paul and tries to act as nothing happened to her. Day after day, the two of them seem to be getting closer. Emma also likes to be photographed by Paul. Until one night, the two of them are drinking together. They chat like lovers in.
That is kind of awkward, dude. I'm sorry, but yo, isn't that dude older than you and you're 16 in the movie? Yeah. Pedophile. I'm not doing that. See, I would do that. I would do that, my eyes, but see, the only way I can do that is if it's actually scripted.
Until finally, Emma is drunk and feeling so hot, she forces Paul to explore her bottom cave. Finally,
Ew.
Paul manages to stab Emma's bottom cave. They are
Ew.
making love until satisfied. When they are satisfied, Emma is very tired. She says, "Can you wake me up in 2 minutes?" Emma then loses consciousness. After that, they are seen a bloody bathtub containing the body of a woman. The woman is put into a net tied with an iron weight. The net containing the woman is thrown into the sea. So who is that woman? But it turns out to be just Emma's dream and fantasy. Emma is still safe and waking up in her room, because last night, she fell asleep in Paul's room and then Paul moved Emma to her room. After that, Emma's father says that his iron weight is missing. Paul immediately is accused of stealing it by Emma. But Emma's mother defends Paul and says that Paul is going home today. Because no one believes her, Emma wants to make sure again that Paul is the killer. She goes to Paul's room and redials Paul's girlfriend, and still the same. The cell phone cannot be reached. Emma takes Paul's car keys and checks the trunk of the car. And it turns out there are black gloves and a few strands of hair. Emma becomes suspicious of Paul increasingly. Not long after,
She had
Paul
sex
enters their
with an
house.
older
Emma's mother
dude while
feels
she was
guilty for
16 in
letting
this movie.
strangers stay at the house,
Pedophile.
even though they were once friends, but her mother only realizes that the relationship is when they were young. After that, her father and mother go to a party in town. Now Emma lives alone in the house. In the evening, suddenly Paul comes to Emma's house. Emma is very surprised and scared because she is alone now. Paul teases Emma immediately, but Emma lures Paul slowly to the beach. Until Emma is caught by Paul. Emma also expresses all her suspicions that Paul deliberately came to her house just to throw his girlfriend's body into the sea. He wrapped it in a net tied with iron weight and threw it away. Paul then replies saying, "You know too much. I have to silence you." Paul then grabs Emma immediately while strangling her. But Emma manages to fight back. She immediately stabs Paul and flees into the house. But inside the house, Emma sees a net and an iron weight that she was suspicious Paul had used to dispose of his girlfriend's body before. She also feels something weird, so she returns to the beach to see how Paul is. And it turns out that now Paul has died as a result of being stabbed by Emma. Emma goes to get the net and the iron weight. She then puts Paul's body and throws it into the middle of the sea. It turns out that the ending of this film is very unexpected. Emma always has negative thoughts about Paul, and finally she uses the net and the iron weight by herself to throw Paul's body into the sea. And this is what happened before. Paul didn't kill his girlfriend. He actually broke up with his girlfriend. And when he came to his friend's beach house, suddenly he fell in love with Emma, because Emma wanted to be a writer and once shared that she lacked creative ideas. In the end, Paul came up with some kind of nonsense story, which was about a real murder, so that Emma could be inspired. But Emma instead thought it was real and ended up like this. At the end of the film, Emma manages to write a story with the title Bluebeard's Last Wife, and the movie Beach House 2018 is over. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me thumbs up and click the subscribe
I
button.
understand. You're
See you
not
in another
actually. You're
video.
not. Couldn't think I'm broke. I know you're not broke. You have more money than me. I make a lot of money, but not that much money. See, I don't like these movies, man. I think these directors and writers have some really weird fetishes and really weird situations. I don't know if most of them are pedophiles or not, but dude, they have a lot of. Yeah, it's disgusting. Like for real, guys. They have a thing where they. Yeah, is it possible? Do these directors and writers have some sick fetishes about underage people? Like almost every movie now, you have seen like a teenage kid. Well, it's actually a grown ass a woman and dude, but reality they're playing teenagers in the show, right? Or they're playing kids in the show, right? And then you got these older dudes supposed to be like in the 40s or 50s. They're probably even older now, but still in real life. But in the movie, they're actually playing 40, 50 years old, and they're like dating them, and it's like, all right. Same with the if I was supposed to with like a teenage boy with an older woman, it's like, that's fucking weird, dude. Like, dude, that is a grown ass, nasty ass shit. That's definitely getting groomed up there. Oh, nice, David. Oh shit, oh my god, he makes more money than me. 200K. Oh, he is. Dang. Okay, you guys are damn richer than me. I'm. Well, I'm talking about these directors and writers and producers. I think they could be pedophiles because how they. I don't know. It's really weird. I'm not going to say anything. It's just really weird. Bum, bum.
Being a teenage doctor can be stressful. Luckily, I have my
This gonna make
parents
more money than
to
me.
help.
I'm broke as fuck. Okay, guys, I need to fund. I need to get my dream job now. Everybody's getting their dream job. I need to get mine now. What the fuck is this? What kind of movie is this? What the fuck?
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to take a look at 2016 French horror film called Raw. Spoilers ahead. As the movie begins, a car is seen driving down a deserted road amidst the trees. Suddenly, a girl jumps in front of the car out of nowhere. The car swerves off the road and crashes into a tree, while the girl collapses on the ground. A moment later, the girl gets up, dusts herself off, and casually walks to
Your
the
mother
car,
put me in timeout. I
walking
don't even know what's
behind
going
her.
on. Why he put you
We're
in
then
timeout again? What
introduced
the
to
heck?
Justine, a
Whoa.
teenager whose veterinarian parents are strictly vegetarian.
Yo, why are you timing them out for? Chucky's channel. Did he wait? Did he make another video? Uh, Hold on, let me see. Okay, I did. There's are old videos. Wait, let me go back to that video that I was watching.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to take a look at 2016 French horror film called Raw.
Check the
Spoilers ahead.
comments.
As the movie begins, a car is
I
seen
will in a
driving down
minute.
a deserted
Actually, I
road
will in a
amidst the
minute.
trees. Suddenly, a girl jumps in front of the car out of nowhere. The car swerves off the road and crashes into a tree, while the girl collapses on the ground. A moment later, the girl gets up, dusts herself off, and casually walks to the car, completely unhurt. We're then introduced to Justine, a teenager whose veterinarian parents are strictly vegetarians and avoid non veg like the plague. After a waitress accidentally puts a piece of meat in Justine's plate, her mother panics, asking Justine if she bit into it. Justine assures her she didn't, but the mother still rushes to the waitress and creates a scene. After that, Justine's parents drop her off at her new veterinary school. This is the same school where her parents completed their education and where her sister is currently
You're
enrolled.
not blocked, Greeting.
On her first night, Justine meets her gay roommate, Adrian. Seniors barge into the dormitory soon after and start trashing their rooms. They throw their mattresses out the windows and line them up with the other freshies to take them out for a hazing ritual. The freshies are made to crawl on all fours in a dimly lit room where they all party wildly. While wandering the crowded room, Justine spots her sister Alex. She moves past the wild crowd and makes her way to her. A completely wasted Alex turns to her and embraces her tightly. She then takes her outside, saying she needs some fresh air. Alex leads her sister to a lab. There, she shows her old class photos of students from their orientation ceremonies, where they're all bathed in blood. The girls giggle as they look at the photo of their
Thank you,
parents'
Greeting.
class, which they too are covered in blood. Alex tells her that bathing newbies in blood is tradition, and it'll happen to her too. The next day, during assembly, blood is poured on the freshies by the seniors. A senior then makes a speech telling the freshies that they will soon be welcomed into the family, but before that, they'll have to partake in a week-long hazing ritual. The blood-spattering juniors excitedly repeat after their seniors as they then start chanting. After that, they all line up and walk to a
Well, to
table
be honest,
made to eat
I'm
raw
not telling
fried
people off no
cookies as
more.
part of the hazing ritual. Justine refuses to eat it, stating her vegetarianism. When she tells the guy he can confirm it with her sister Alex, who is also a vegetarian, the guy calls Alex to ask her. Alex denies being a vegetarian and encourages Justine to eat the raw meat, saying if she doesn't, she'll be cast out and rejected by the seniors. She forces a kidney in Justine's mouth, after which Justine leaves the area with Adrian gagging. While going about the rest of her day with blood-splattered clothes, Justine's whole body starts itching terribly. She sits through a test that day while scratching her hands repeatedly. Adrian tries to cheat her answers, but she forbids it, saying he must try to do it himself. That night, she isn't able to sleep because of the itch. She keeps scratching herself and then lifts her shirt to discover an ugly rash all over her body. The next day, she goes out to the school nurse to get it checked. The nurse tells her that the rash is the result of food poisoning. She advises her to fast for a day, but Justine tells her that she has started feeling extremely hungry. The nurse then gives her an ointment to apply on her rash and tells her not to blindly do everything she's told by the seniors to avoid such a thing in the future. After leaving the nurse's office, Justine runs into a senior. The senior tells her that the dress code of the day was nightclub, for which she had to be dressed in something sexy. She tells her to go back to her dorm and get changed. Justine tells her that she can't since she doesn't wear those kinds of dresses. As a punishment, the senior puts her in diapers, which she struggles to hide throughout the day. Later at night, she goes to her sister Alex for help. Alex gives her one of her hot dresses and heels to wear through the rush week. After that, she grabs her mattress from the ground floor where it had been thrown by the seniors the previous
Greeting, you're
night.
awesome.
She tries to drag it up the stairs but gives up midway.
Thank
She
you, Greeting.
returns to her room to ask Adrian for help, but Adrian is busy in the room with his gay friend and tells her to stay out. The next day during lunch, Justine fills her plate with vegetarian food but notices that she has developed a harsh craving for non-veg. Unable to openly consume meat in front of everyone, she sneaks some into her pocket. The lunch lady catches her doing that and humiliates her, thinking she did it to avoid payment. After learning about her problem, Adrian takes her on a trip to the gas station where she can eat meat without anyone watching. A few bites later, she absolutely forgets about the eyes on her and starts eating greedily, taking big bites despite the presence of a stranger. Later that night, Adrian wakes up to find Justine crouched down in front of the fridge. Her persistent appetite surprises him and he asks what she's doing. She tells him she's just getting cereal for breakfast. After he leaves, Justine grabs raw chicken from the refrigerator and starts eating it. The next day, Justine's professor calls her into his office and berates her for
Oh
cheating
yeah,
since eating
yeah,
her
that
mental
car
state
that was
was
actually good.
exactly the same as Adrian's. She sits there listening to his admonition while nervously chewing on her hair. When he pressures her to tell him the truth, she reveals to him that Adrian was the one who cheated. She rushes to the bathroom after leaving the professor's office, where she pulls out several strands of hair from her mouth, which she had somehow unknowingly swallowed. Unsettled by this subconscious act of hers, she goes to spend some time with her sister. The two happily chatter and spend some time together for a while. While brushing her teeth in Alex's bathroom later, Justine notices that she also has the same ointment for rash given to her by the nurse in her cabinet. However, she does not question her sister about it. Alex then offers to give Justine a Brazilian and takes the reluctant girl to her bed to wax her. While she's doing it, the wax gets stuck. Alex tries to cut it off using scissors, but Justine gets startled by the excruciating pain it causes and kicks Alex away. The sudden jerk makes Alex accidentally chop her finger off, after which she passes out. The alarmed Justine calls the hospital, telling them to send help immediately. While she sits by her passed out sister on the floor, awaiting help, she holds Alex's chopped off finger and observes it. Blinded by temptation, she puts the finger to her lips and tastes the blood. The taste
Oh,
completely knocks off her senses and she starts eating the finger like a
oh.
cannibal maniac. Alex awakens to see Justine gobbling up the finger that way and stares at her in shock as a tear rolls down her cheek. Later at the hospital, after Alex's hand had been treated and bandaged, her parents ask why they didn't just sew the finger back on. Alex tells them that her dog, Quickie, ate up the finger. Justine then takes her sister back to
Oh, it's
school on a
gross.
wheelchair.
Ugh.
As soon as they get out of their parents' sight, Alex gets up from the wheelchair and takes her sister away, saying she needs to talk to her. She takes Justine to the road lined by trees and waits by the side with her eyes on the road. Alex asks Justine if she wants to tell her something, but Justine says there's nothing she has to talk about. A moment later, a car comes their way and Alex bolts out to get in front of it. The car swerves and crashes into a nearby tree. Alex, who has collapsed to the floor after jumping in front of the car, gets up and walks to the car. Justine keeps shouting in shock and fear, repeatedly asking Alex what she's doing. Alex opens the car and observes the blood-splattered, passed out people inside. She leans in and starts eating the flesh of one of these people. Justine rushes to Alex and yells at her, telling her to come back to her senses and spit it out. Alex tells Justine that she did this for her, so that she could learn. Justine goes into shock after this. She leaves Alex behind with the car and starts blankly walking away. The next day at school, Adrian asks her to help him.
Oh, gross. That whole fucking place is all about ew. Ew, okay. That whole ew. 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 That movie's disgusting. Ew. This movie's about people, okay? Here's the thing, man. All these people used to be vegetarians, right? Okay. Every person in that damn thing used to be vegetarians. Some weird reason, when they all ate raw meat, every single one of them in that fucking school, they all became cannibals. I can't, man. Oh, God. No, man, it's gross. They're cannibals, dude. They became cannibals because they did something that made them into cannibals. I don't know what it was, but they all in that damn school became cannibals. And I'm about to throw up thinking about that. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, ew. 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 That school's, ew. Ew. I don't know what to think about that. Ugh. Dude, I literally don't know what to think about that. That's gross, dude. Oh my god. That movie is gross.
Him with his lab coat. While tying it up from behind his back, she starts staring at his neck with hunger. Adrian snaps her out of her trance and she immediately gets back to work. Later, during Adrian's football practice, Justine keeps staring at his skin, trying to resist her inhuman urges, trying to resist her hunger. Afterwards, she stands in front of the mirror in her room, wearing the dress given by her sister as she seductively dances to a song about a wild girl. She moves to the beat while looking at herself in the mirror and starts erotically kissing and licking the mirror up. She She leaves the room to see Alex and Adrian sitting outside playing video games together. Adrian soon leaves and Justine takes his place to play with Alex. Alex tells her that she seems to have lost weight and that she'll turn anorexic if she continues to ignore her cravings. Justine denies her hunger, saying she was just trying the finger. Alex scoffs at this. They soon change the subject and get busy with the game. The
Ew.
next day, while
Guys, I'm
working
going
at
to stream it
home,
now because my
Justine
phone
walks
needs
into a room
to
with
be
beautiful
charged.
sceneries and freshies up
But I'll
presents.
make a new stream in
As
a
she
bit,
steps
guys.
in, lots of blue paint is thrown at her by
I'll see you guys in a bit.
He didn't